I was born in the early 90s, so CRT TVs, VHSs, VCRs, they all are very nostalgic for me. And so that's what gave me the idea to actually convert my latest short horror film onto a VHS tape, just because I wanted to see what it would look like. I wanted to experience that vintage feel and kind of be taken back to my past of what it felt like to watch a movie back in the 90s. And even early 2000s. The process was actually pretty simple. The first thing that I did was order one of these on Amazon, or actually 3 of these, just a blank VHS. Cost under $20 for 3 blank VHSs. And then I knew I needed a way to get the digital film off of my computer and onto a VHS tape. And for that, I used this HDMI to AV converter, which I also bought on Amazon. Pretty simple. You get an HDMI signal out of your computer into this side of the converter. It goes through the converter to the AV side. This goes into your VCR and you're done. So the other thing you're gonna need is a VCR, something that can record onto a tape. But as you can see from behind me, I have no shortage of strange old TVs and VCRs. So that was not an issue in my case. Let me clear up any confusion real quick. First, you've got your digital film, your movie, your short film, whatever. It's on the computer. You gotta get it to the VHS tape. So first thing you need is HDMI out. Well, this is a MacBook Pro. It doesn't have HDMI out. So you get this dongle and you plug that in. Boom, now we're getting somewhere. Well, now you need an HDMI cable to go out of the dongle, and now you have HDMI out of your computer. Now that you have HDMI out, you need your HDMI to AV converter. Plug that in. But wait, this needs to be powered. So now you need micro USB. And you plug this in somewhere. We're getting close. In my case, I use this TV VCR combo. And then plug this in over here. Over here. And then last thing you need, VHS. It's not on. And that is the process. So I had all my supplies and now it was time to get started. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually change the film from 2x1 to 4x3. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't know. So here I am in DaVinci Resolve, and let's get to it, I guess. All right, let's export this thing. Well, now let's hop over to the CRT TV and see if we can get this thing rolling. Huh. Okay, we got something. Whoa, look at that. I can barely read it. Now I've done it. Oh no. It's getting so close. I did it. I got it to work. I had to put the video back into, well, I didn't even put it back into DaVinci. I put it into Premiere and I actually made a wider aspect ratio one and I stretched it. So the actual video is stretched horizontally, but then it was, I don't know, I couldn't get the scale to work on the CRT right. So now when I put it on the CRT, it automatically squeezes it back together and it's looking pretty good. So check it out. Every night I see them playing in the CRT. Let's see it. Let's see it. Next step, let's try to get this thing onto a VHS tape. Plastic covers are there. Plastic covered in plastic. Right. I can't tell if it's recording. Doesn't sound good. Oh, I don't like the looks of that. All right, so at the moment, I think it's supposed to be recording, but I really don't know. So we're gonna find out afterwards, I guess. I'm back. Didn't work the first time. Got a different TV. I got a lot of TVs. I gotta test it this time. Last time I only had blanks. Let's see if this works. Bad start, bad start. There's already a tape in there. Great. Let's go. Something's not right here. It's okay, easy fix. You just stop it and you rewind it. Hey, give this man an Oscar. Greatest performance ever. Insert our blank tape. Looks like it recorded to the tape. I've unplugged the computer from the TV, so there's no chance that that's what it is. So let's rewind it and see. Did it actually record? There's no inputs, just the VHS tape. It's making a lot of noise. Let's see if it worked. So far, not good. I got some proof that it is recording. This might be an issue though. Boom. And then it's gone. All right, here we go. The moment of truth. And hit play. Let's go. No cords, it's working, it's working. The tape was jacked. This tape is bad. So it sounds simple, and it was simple, but I still went through a bunch of hiccups because all of this equipment is old and been sitting in my basement or garage for years on end collecting dust, and just, you know, it's not staying in perfect condition. So one of my tapes got eaten up by VCR that I used. I tried a different VCR. I tried a TV VCR combo, and it wasn't until I borrowed another TV VCR combo that I was finally able to record a clean video all the way through. So once I was finally successful in recording the film all the way through on this VHS tape, it was awesome, but it felt a little lackluster. I just had 5-minute film on this tape that could hold 2 hours worth of content. It needed something else to make it feel complete. And so I finally figured, hey, why don't I just make a VHS cover for this tape so it has something to sit in? I found this free template on the internet for a VHS cover. I downloaded it. I opened it in Photoshop. I quickly gave up because I'm not very good at Photoshop, and then I opened it in After Effects like a weirdo, but I'm much better in After Effects. And I designed a very quick and rough just VHS cover that would get the job done. You know, I'm not trying to sell this or anything. I just want a little display cover for myself when it eventually collects dust in my closet or something. So I made a rough design, threw it together, and printed it out, and spent way too long cutting it and figuring out how to cut it well. And it's a little sloppy, and it's a little messy, and it's kind of cool. And here is the final product. Every night I see them, VHS tape. Pretty awesome. Got some side stuff. And then I was too lazy to do anything on the inside, so I used tape and Sharpie because, you know, what says horror and creepy like tape and Sharpie? Gets the job done. That's got big nostalgic energy, you know, when you record a movie like Space Jam like I did and watched it a lot of times, and you just kind of write it out there on a Sharpie. Yeah, that's right. So I just went with that. So now that I'm recording this, I'm thinking I've got it onto a VHS. Now I kind of want to get the VHS back to digital so that we can see how it looks. So that we can see a true VHS conversion without using plugins, without using After Effects, just pure digital to analog back to digital. That might be interesting. Maybe, let's go try that. Let's go try that. Here we go. All right, I figured out the problem, and it was pretty obvious, is that this right here is only video and audio in, and this TV has no video and audio out. So I've switched over to using this VCR on top of some cardboard boxes, and now it's working. This is the mess of cables and converters we're dealing with. Hey, it worked. We're recording the VHS back to digital. We've got audio levels, we've got video. It's looking extremely desaturated. I'm excited to see how this turns out. So now you got your film on your VHS and you think you're just going to convert it back the same way you converted it originally. But no, you can't. It's impossible. Because in my case, this TV does not have composite out. So get rid of this. So now it's time to bring in the VCR. Now you can take your VHS, put it in the VCR, and we're going to need a new converter, the AV to HDMI converter. But guess what? This one doesn't come with its own composite cables, so you got to get your own. Plug those in. And also, this unit needs to be powered, but guess what? It's not micro USB this time. It's mini USB. Great. Different cable. So much fun. Now you take the other end of your composite cables and plug it into the back output. So once you've plugged in your RCA cables or your composite cables to the back output of your VCR, you add the HDMI out from your converter. And here's where things get a little bit tricky. In my case, the laptop dongle is not HDMI in, it's only HDMI out. I'm not sure if this issue would plague everyone. I don't know about other workarounds, but this is what I used. I use this cam link, which takes HDMI to USB. This thing's super nifty. I use it all the time. Plug that in there, and now this goes back into the dongle, and then the dongle into the laptop. So in the end, the route is VHS tape into VCR, output composite cables into adapter that is powered, out of the adapter through HDMI into the cam link, into the dongle, into the laptop, into OBS, where you capture your video. Oh man, it's ridiculous. I did it. I did exactly what I said I was gonna do. I transferred the VHS back to digital, and it looks pretty bad. It looks super fuzzy, desaturated, low detail, but it's got a lot of charm. It's just kind of a cool thing to get that VHS look without using any plugins, without using After Effects or anything like that. And what really surprised me is how well the audio survived through this whole process. The sound quality coming back from the VHS back to digital still sounds really good to me. I'm really surprised because it always sounded bad coming through those old TV speakers. But man, the VHS held the audio fidelity so well. I'm very impressed. Overall, it's been a super fun experience. I love messing with this old technology and kind of getting nostalgic and back to my childhood and just reliving a little bit of that. It's been a lot of fun. And now I come out of it with a cool token from this moment in my filmmaking journey. Something physical to look back on, something that's not digital, something that's not just a YouTube video uploaded somewhere. And this is just gonna be kind of a fun thing to keep around my house, keep on the shelf, point to, you know, when I'm rich and famous, everybody's gonna want one of these signed. So I might be listing this on eBay in 40 years when I run out of money. If you wanna see a side-by-side comparison of the original film and now the converted to VHS and back to digital film side by side, there's a link down below where I can send you that and you can check out and if that's something you're interested in. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. There's more stuff to come in the future when I make more videos. So if you want to be a part of those videos and watch along, be my guest. If not, no worries. Thanks for making it this far. See you later. Every night I see them. Every night I see them. The movie. Every night I see them too. Every other night I see them.